Hey guys, it's Saga from TechWorks. In this video, I will compare the dual cameras on the Moto G5S Plus with those on the OnePlus 5. After comparing the camera on the Moto G5S Plus with the G5 Plus, this is the next most requested video from you guys. Keep in mind that the Moto G5S Plus comes at Rs 16,000, which means it costs less than half as much as the OnePlus 5. So it will be interesting to see if the dual cameras on the OnePlus 5 can hold up their price. Now before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the amazing videos coming up on this channel. Let us quickly get the specifications out of the way. Moto G5S Plus has dual 13-megapixel cameras with f2.2 aperture, face detect autofocus, electronic stabilization and dual LED flash. OnePlus 5 also has a dual camera setup with face detect autofocus on its back. The wide-angle camera has a 16-megapixel sensor with f1.7 aperture and electronic stabilization, while the telephoto camera has a 20-megapixel sensor with f2.6 aperture. At front, the Moto G5S Plus has a 8-megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture and a front-facing flash, while the OnePlus 5 has a mammoth 16-megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. Both these phones offer manual controls for you to take better pictures, but the OnePlus 5 also lets you shoot raw images with the native camera app. Cameras on both these devices stick out of the back. If this bothers you, just slapping a case on it will solve this problem. Moto decided to put two cameras on the G5S Plus, and out of the two, one captures normal colored images, while the other captures monochrome or black and white images. When taking pictures, you don't have the option to choose either one of the lenses. The images that you see combine the information from both these sensors to give you the best possible result. It also offers you a depth select mode, where you can adjust the focus and amount of blur in the image even after you have clicked the image. Or you can also get creative with options like selective black and white and the ability to replace the background or foreground in the image. OnePlus makes the use of dual cameras in a slightly different way. You can choose either of the cameras while clicking images. One camera has a normal wide-angle lens, while the other has a telephoto lens. It also allows you to take images with depth effect by simultaneously gathering information from both the cameras. Now that we know the function of dual cameras on both these smartphones, let us take a look at some of the images and videos that I took with them. Both the cameras capture a lot of information in good lighting conditions. The 16-megapixel camera on the OnePlus 5 captures detailed and sharper images, but the performance of the Moto G5S Plus is also really good, and you can barely differentiate between these images. Here are images with the HDR mode turned on. The image from the Moto G5S Plus is more impressive since the colors from the OnePlus 5 look a bit muddy in this one. Close-up shots from both these phones are amazing to look at. OnePlus 5 captures better contrast, and its dynamic range is also greater than that of the Moto G5S Plus, making its images stand out a bit more. Both these phones can take images with depth effect, and here are a few examples. I was obviously expecting good results from the OnePlus 5, but I am surprised to see such good results from the depth effect of the Moto G5S Plus. The only thing that worries me is the time that G5S Plus takes to process these images. Hopefully, Moto can fix this with a software update. Now thanks to the second lens on the OnePlus 5, you can take images like these without cropping in or any loss in quality. As we saw until now, the images from the OnePlus 5 are clearly better, but the Moto G5S Plus is also holding up very well in this competition. As we move to lower lighting conditions, the G5S Plus performs surprisingly well, but the OnePlus 5 performs even better. Wide aperture on the OnePlus 5 helps it capture more details in most of the shots. The Moto G5S Plus also performs good for the price at which it comes in, but there is a bit of noise in its low-light images, which is also present on the OnePlus 5, but it can be reduced by shooting in HQ mode. The 16-megapixel front-facing camera of the OnePlus 5 captures more details and better dynamic range of the two, but sometimes images from it appear to be too flat. Thanks to the front-facing flash on the G5S Plus and the display flash on the OnePlus 5, you can add a bit of light to your selfies even in lower light. Coming to the video performance, both the phones lack optical image stabilization, but the electronic stabilization does a great job. Videos from both look good, but the one from the Moto seems to have a bit more contrast in it, so which one you like depends on your preference. To conclude, the camera on the OnePlus 5 is definitely the better one. But that doesn't mean the one on the Moto G5S Plus is not good. Its performance is very close to that of the OnePlus 5. The difference between price of these devices is more than the difference between the image quality that their cameras produce. So if camera is the main deciding factor for you and you don't mind spending a bit extra cash, then definitely go with the OnePlus 5. But if your budget is low and you still want a smartphone with an amazing camera, in that case, you should choose the Moto G5S Plus. Let me know in the comment section which one of these cameras will you choose. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos on this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.